Alright, welcome back to the channel. This is my lap guide for next week's Round 10 of the Nations Cup, driving the Group 3 Hyundai Genesis. And hopefully we can get a high 1 minute 53. Alright, from the front straightaway down to turn 1, our braking point, our shifting point, is going to be the left-hand side rumble strips. So actually going to be braking well past the cones. 100-meter board is your goal, but as we know during a race, that board might get pushed off. So the very start of the red and white rumble strips on your left, that's going to be the braking point, and that's also going to be the downshifting point, dropping down to second gear. Be very careful on the exit of turn 1 not to just mash the throttle down, or the car might spin. And so one of the things I'm doing here is drop to second, up to third, drop to second, turn left, up to third, go wide, drop to second, drop to third. So it's a back and forth kind of battle. So right there, that's one of the second gear turns. One of the things you can do for this next section is to actually cut a decent amount, not like blatantly all the way, but you can definitely line up the right side tires with the white line and get away with it. And because this turn is rather tricky, our goal is to try and straighten the car out as much as possible. And when you put the power down at the exit, you can actually run pretty wide. So as we see here, I'm pretty much straddling the white line. And that way you can maximize your exit speed for the next section. Look at that beautiful Nezzo Racing livery. Looks awesome. This would be our home track, considering it's a Germany sport team. Alright, anyway, so underneath the Gran Turismo bridge, okay, on the right hand side, you're going to notice just beyond the white line, there's dirt and then there's pavement. So, well past that driveway, see how the dirt transitions into pavement? That's actually going to be our braking spot. And we're also going to shift down to third gear. So going from fifth down to third, very quickly also. And then immediately after turning, drop into second. On the exit, you want to utilize the green turf. So right here, my car is actually off the track, but I'm using the green turf to maximize the exit speed once again. Alright, heading towards the hairpin. Now this one can be rather tricky. There's a couple different spots that are suggested for braking. If you are using bumper cam, you'll probably notice it more than if you're doing like chase cam. There's a pole that has a shadowy reflection on the ground, and that's actually, see right there, that's actually where I'm braking and downshifting down to second gear. There's also that kind of appears to be the clearing of the shadow. That's also where that pole shadow is. So drop into second, and once again we're going to be using the green turf on the left hand side. Getting as close as we can to the limits. Alright, after this section, our goal is not to brake. Let's use fourth gear. You can lift a little bit. I'm sure there's some cars out there that can, and some drivers out there that can take this flat out, but for the sake of staying on the track and consistently doing the same lap, I will be lifting a little bit. And once again, we're going to be using the green turf. So lifting a little bit, using all the track, using the green turf. Now this next section, See the green turf? Green turf is our friend on this track. That's actually going to be the braking spot at the 100-meter board. So again, during a race, you know, with close door action, chances are that 100 board is not going to be there at the end of the race. So that green turf will be. So I suggest using that as your downshift and your braking spot. Just kind of emphasizing the board. Yes, that's that's our braking spot. All right, moving on. We're cycling forward. So this next spot is rather tricky. There is a black mark on the white line. That's my cue to brake a little bit, hold third gear to start the arc of the turn. I found that to be the most effective. And once you get used to, oh, there's that black mark on the ground, I'm going to turn, it becomes a little bit easier. So see, just a little bit of brake in this Genesis. Genesis is such good brakes, it doesn't require a lot. Alright, the fast section of the track. Once again, we're looking for that 100-meter board. And shout out to my friend Martin Grady, his channel, Tidgney. He actually pointed this out, and I actually didn't realize it. But right by the 100-meter board, the grating on the side of the track actually has a little kink in it. And so the more I didn't quite notice it when I was using hood view, but switching to bumper cam, there it is. And you know, once again, I would use that as your braking point and your downshift point versus the 100 board, because, you know, again, if you're using cones like I tend to, and those cones are gone, what do? Look for that grating. Alright, once again, so we've got the left-hand curb and the right-hand curb. The left-hand curb, you can't really cut. You can get the car a little bit off the track, but you can't go all the way over on top of that green grassy section. That only applies to the left-hand curb. The right-hand curb, you can be a little bit more greedy and get away with it. So just to slow things down, so check that out. Yes, not all the way over, that's fine. And then moving to the right. There we go. So technically speaking, yes, the car is off the track. However, based on the current penalty system, and here at the Nurburgring Grand Prix, this is what is deemed allowed for this final little section. Alright, on the exit, go ahead and use the, there's a black mark that's on the rumble strips. There we go. That is going to be my cue to brake and downshift. And I'm using second gear in this turn. I like to keep the car nice and tidy. That way no one can just go on the inside of me and push me wide. There's the black mark on the rumble strips. And accelerate the exit of the turn. There we go. Allow the car to go wide. So, given what we've learned, here is my onboard lap of a 1 minute 53.8 here at the Nürburgring Grand Prix. I'm using -1 brake balance and no traction control. So taking what we've learned, this is the section where it's second, third, second, third, second, third. There's second. Now up to third, let the car go wide. Just past the Gran Turismo bridge. So some of the cues to look out for when you're thinking about maximizing the speed are the gearing. So one thing you'll notice, from second to third gear, I'm trying to aim for 80 miles an hour. From third to fourth gear, I'm trying to go for 104 miles an hour. From fourth to fifth, 128. And from fifth to sixth, which you won't really be using that sixth gear too much, the goal is 152. Having driven the Hyundai Genesis now for the better part of a year and a half now, I found those gearing speeds to be the most beneficial in this particular car. And it's a pleasant surprise that we get to use it in the Nations Cup. One last thing you might be asking yourself is, why the Hyundai Genesis? Why not a faster car? This race is certainly going to be more of a stability and tire wear race, both of which the Hyundai Genesis excels at. So, and there's my lap. There we go. Not too shabby. Thank you so much for watching. I invite you to like, subscribe, send a comment. If you have any questions regarding different cars, different brake balances, send me a private message on PlayStation Network. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.